Here we go. Again, and 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 again. Another school shooting. Another mass shooting happening Tuesday. Uvalde, Texas. 21 people killed. Unbelievable.
WTHR now
I'll tell
update.
you,
Texas school speech off.
And I'll tell you one thing. This is probably one of the most important anti-Dr. Phil videos I'm going to do. This is going to be one of the most important anti-Dr. Phil videos I'm going to do. And yes, I am swinging, and I don't care. I'm going to swing. If you don't like it, tough. Period. 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 All right. Dr. Phil is from Texas originally. He's born in Oklahoma, but he's from Texas originally. And Uvalde is in Texas. And it is direly urgent that we start petitions, write letters, hit up his Facebook, or possibly hit up all of his social media accounts and tell him to stay out of this mass shooting in Uvalde. Stay out of the Uvalde massacre. There is no need for him to be there. None. And we're going to scream that until we are satisfied. We're going to scream that until we have no voice left. Get him out of Uvalde. Keep him out of Uvalde, Texas. Enough said. Keep him out of Uvalde, Texas. The parents don't want him. He is disrespectful by exploiting them, doing a show about it. It is a matter of respect, a matter of principle, a matter of facts. The parents don't need him. They are grieving enough. And of course, the corporate media feeding the need because of endless coverage. And it needs to stop. I've said this in my last video. It needs to stop. It is feeding the pig, and the pig is Dr. Phil. How many times do I have to say that? The pig is Dr. Phil. And the corporate media is feeding him by endless coverage. 21 souls are dead. And all this guy can care about is exploiting the victims and the survivors and the parents of the dead. It's got to stop. We've got to stop him. We got to show that we give a shit about this. We can't ignore what Dr. Phil is doing. We can't ignore his shows. Because if we continue to ignore him, he's going to grow like a cancer because, well, yeah, he is a cancer. We cannot ignore him. We have got to stop him before he does something. What is it going to take to get that point across to people? Can somebody tell me that? The thought of Dr. Phil going to Uvalde, Texas and doing a show about the mass shooting is just infuriating. It is infuriating. And I'm not going to calm down. We've got to do something about this. We cannot ignore this. And I will not vote for anyone who will choose the Second Amendment over the life of a second grader. I'll tell you that. When the hell are we going to start doing something about gun control? If it were up to me, I'd be taking away the guns right now. And if it were also up to me, if I were a governor, if I were a government agent or a senator or Congress, I'd be passing bills to keep opportunists, including Dr. Phil McGraw, out of the spotlight. Because there's no place for him in the spotlight for this shooting. There never will be a place in the spotlight for him to be in the shooting. He's not welcomed. Even the state of Texas doesn't like him, I'm pretty sure. But of course, it's all with him, it's all about the children because he has a fetish for young girls. Look it up. I just cannot say it enough, folks. I just cannot say it enough. Dr. Phil sexually molested a teen in the 1980s who was a patient. He released a press statement on Britney Spears. He's going to do the same to the people in Uvalde, Texas. He'll release a press statement on them. He also gave drugs and alcohol to guests backstage. He's allegedly accused of it. Is that what you want, Uvalde? For him to give you drugs and alcohol? And he's backed Trump with his horrible comparisons of deaths for swimming pools and car accidents. This man is a disgrace, people. And you still blindly follow him. You still blindly follow him. You wear his sheep's clothing. You're his sheep that follows him. It's gotta end. It's gotta end. When will it end? When will it end? And I say shame on Oprah Winfrey and to CBS, Harpo Productions, CBS Television, Paramount, for giving him pass after pass after pass to exploit people in times like this when it shouldn't happen. That is stunning. And the media is failing us by letting him do that. The government is failing us by letting him do that. Everyone is failing us by letting him do this. And the government has failed Texas for letting this abomination happen. And Senator Ted Cruz has failed you as well. And if you can't see that, and if you're not angry about it, well, you should be angry about it, especially the Dr. Phil. You should be angry at him. You should be angry at Governor Greg Abbott. You should be angry at Ted Cruz. You should be angry at all Republicans. House and Senate. They don't give a shit about the children. They want live babies to be dead soldiers. They want your kids to be born so that way they can be shot and killed. They're not pro-life. God is not even pro-life. That's all it is, folks. Republican, especially the Republican men, want abortions to be overturned so that way they can raise your baby to be a dead soldier shot in a school or fighting a war. That's all they want. And I think I understand that now. I really do. And Dr. Phil wants it as well. He does. He's He is one of the worst Republicans out there. So, beginning right now, write a petition, write petitions, write letters, hit up his Facebook, hit up all his social media accounts. Let's start a peaceful protest to tell Dr. Phil, stay out of Uvalde, Texas. You're not needed. Uvalde has been through enough already. And we don't need you going here to our town, making a mess of things. We do not need you coming to Uvalde, Texas to make more of a mess of things by doing a shit show about it and by exploiting everyone involved. You're not giving a helping hand to anybody. And if you think that Dr. Phil's going to help people, you are blind to the fact that his hand that you hold is the hand that holds you down. He's not going to help you. He is going to hurt you. How many times do I have to say that? Dr. Phil McGraw will not help you. He will hurt you. And you will make a tremendous mistake, Uvalde, Texas, if you allow this man to come to your town and exploit you and do a show about it. You cannot let that happen. You just cannot let that happen. And those who don't do anything about keeping Dr. Phil out of Uvalde is a testament that you don't give a shit about him, about what he does, and you would let him walk all over the dead and exploit everybody. And I will not have that. Folks, that's all I have to say today. If you want more anti-Dr. Phil material, please subscribe to my channel. Or if you want to hear other stuff, I hopefully in the future will start posting some other material other than this. But please subscribe, and I look forward to talking to you again. See ya.
Speech on. Take picture. Stop recording video button.